Alright guys, what we have here today is a Traxxas T-Maxx. It's the smaller engine, so it's not the 3.3. I recently bought this truck off of a guy on eBay. He was selling it for pretty cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up and see if I could restore this and turn it into something a little better than what it was before. As you can see, the truck is pretty dirty. The motor, the head's cracked, so it's been rolled over enough times. I mean, you can tell by the body posts. And let's see if we can get it running. Last time he had it, before he put it away, it ran. So hopefully we can get it to run in this video, and if not, we'll have to go for some parts and see if we can get this truck in better condition. Alright, so first step, what we gotta do is we gotta take this truck apart, clean it, and get all of this off of the truck. We got some residue and some oils, maybe some of the fuel. Transmission, the gear on the transmission doesn't spin. Well, it spins like this, but when you roll it, it doesn't really spin. So it seems like something might be a little loose inside of the transmission, and it does look like the gear is a little bit eaten up in some places. All right, let's crack into this thing and see what we can find. Turns out, guys, after taking apart majority of this truck, I was able to read here this is a 2.5, so this is the smaller motor. As you can see here, we have the whole truck dismantled. We just have the body. A whole bucket of parts, all aluminum, blue aluminum, with a little bit of a cleanup. This truck should look really nice. I don't know what this is. It's probably mud mixed with, I don't know. Okay, so let's get moving on to the next step. Let's pick some parts out of the bucket and start scraping away. The technique that I'm going to use is I'm just going to scrape all the heavy stuff off first. I got a box of some of the aluminum parts here. I got all the hard to get off stuff off, and then I'm gonna be hitting this with some of the cleaner. See if I can get it a little shiny. I scratched it up with a knife, but I'm not too worried since it's already scratched. It's already pretty beat. This one piece is really cool, but it's a different shade of blue. I'm wondering this is, well, where it's from. I'm not sure. So now I'm gonna hit this with some regular brand cleaner and get this to shine and get it to not be so greasy. We have narrowed down the bucket of parts to be cleaned to only a few things. We got the back, which this is in really tough shape. It's really bad. I'm gonna have to take all of this apart. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to, but the way it looks, I'm gonna have to do that. The front assembly doesn't look too bad, but I'm still going to have to take it apart. Transmission doesn't look too bad. The brake is a little loose, but I'm guessing that's just how it sits. And here, there's not a lot of hope. Not having a lot of hope with this right now. Only because you spin and nothing really happens. So yeah, don't have all the hope in this. Let's see. First. You hear it almost engaging in there. I'm gonna keep tearing things apart, cleaning them as much as I can, but it's like this list never ends. Alright, what we have here is the front assembly where the steering servo will be connecting to. I have the body here for reference. I was trying to figure out where the holes line up for the steering servo. Pretty sure it sits right here. Once I get everything mocked up and seeing where it goes, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it 100% accurate. I know that's the motor mounts, and so that has to be the front. So I'm pretty sure the steering servo goes here. But let's continue and see where it gets us. I got this whole front part cleaned, this whole front assembly. I was having some issues with these. I bought a screw set. They have a lot of different things, a lot of different screws and nuts, whatever you want to call these. And they even include the wrench, the Allen key set, and pretty nice kit that I picked up from my local hobby store. And I was able to replace a few screws. These ones on the sides, the ones that I had, they were pretty bad. They were bent. I don't know if you can see that. This one was really bad. So I just replaced those, got that out of the way. Now we got some better screws in there. We went from this to a clean front assembly. And this thing does look really nice. Kind of looks like it was replaced with brand new parts, which it wasn't. It was just cleaned. I mean, sort of a deep clean, not too deep. Couldn't get some of the nooks and crannies, but I got the majority of it. All this stuff, I'm gonna see if I can find some paint so I can fix all these scuffs. If not, I mean, it's no problem. I'm gonna run this truck anyways, but yeah. Alright, so looking pretty good. Now I'm just trying to figure out how this sits, and after I get the back half done, I'll be able to put the body on, put the front and the back half on, and then I'll be able to mount things onto the body. As you can see here, I started to clean off the shocks, and at the moment I did not have shock fluid to replace. Most of the shocks did not have any fluids in them, leading them to not be able to return to their factory state. This rebuild consisted a lot of scrubbing with a towel and scraping. Now I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this time lapse of me cleaning this truck, and I'll get back to you when I have an update on the truck. Alright guys, what we have here now is the front and the back with the body. I got it as cleaned as I could. There were a lot of little spaces I couldn't get, but I mean, it looks good when you just look at it. And this is all just for now. I'm going to be replacing all these parts with better aluminum parts to complement the body. So this whole truck is gonna get a whole makeover, and I still need to put the little posts on the bottom. I still haven't cleaned those, but this is basically what it's gonna look like. I mean, you already know what it's gonna look like from the clip in the beginning, but this is just a little preview. As you can see from here, I was having a little bit of trouble finding out what direction these ladders go in, but I was able to find them after moving them around a bit. Okay, alright, so now after, I don't know, 3 months of intervals of cleaning here and there, I finally have the truck completed. And by completed, what I really mean is I have it running, or we're going to find out if it runs. So controller on. Alright, everything works. As you can see, I've already dialed in everything. All the servos are working. The reverse works. Everything's dialed in, and now all we need is startup. So let's start her up. First, we got one more. Let's try to get it started. Well, at least we know it runs, right? I have to tune the carburetor, restore it to factory settings, and then go from there. You know, this filter is brand new, so it's probably very tough for this motor to pull air in, because, you know, it's been sitting for so long and it's already ran down. It's practically, you know, dead. But yeah, at least I know she runs. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell notification, and comment what you like to see next.